Man, so what we wanted to do in the beginning is give you some stats, because I know a lot of people in this room right now, you've been involved for a week, a month, and you're still kind of figuring this out. You're like, is this really going to happen for me? Do I know the information about this industry? You got to be a student is number one in this business. You always got to be a student. You know, if you're not learning, you're dying in this business, right? So understand the concept. This is very simple, guys. This is a huge industry. It's a real business. It's a real profession. And you can make $1 million a month here. Before I introduce the next speaker, I actually want to talk about real quickly is programs in your mind. How many here were taught that, growing up, you saw your parents struggle financially? Wow, literally half the room, or all 80% of the room. How many here, grew up with really not a whole lot of money in your bank account? Right? And, there's a story. I was sharing this with people last week on Monday. There's a story about a girl. She's about 5 years old. She hears the ice cream truck. How many of her bought ice cream from the ice cream truck lady? In Merritt Mesa, where we grew up, we call it Tammy. Yeah, Tammy! You guys know what I'm talking about right there? Yeah? But literally, how many here bought ice cream before from an ice cream man? Or, okay, so the story, girl's 5 years old. She hears the ice cream truck, with the music coming in, driving slowly. And she's like, Mom, I need some money. And she goes, I don't have money. Ask your dad. So from a very early age, she was programmed that her mom didn't have money. How many here, maybe your dad or your mom never had money in the beginning, and then and you borrowed, you tried to ask for money, but they said they didn't have it. And so she was programmed. And so the moment, think about this, as she grew older, the moment she became an adult, and she started making money, she thought that when she had money, she had to, totally give it out right away. Meaning to say, when she had $500 in her bank account, she wanted to spend it. So there's programs in your minds today, what you've seen growing up, what you've seen, what you've listened to, what you've seen with your own eyes. It's been programmed in your mind saying, you know what, when I have money, I'm going to give it out right away. I'm not going to keep it. And so another program. How many here their parents were making a six-figure income? Anybody? How many here their parents were making less than a six-figure income? So growing up, that's all you knew. So guess what? If that's all you knew, that's probably what you're going to have throughout your whole life. So you've got to fix that tonight. We're going to change your mindset tonight. We're going to change the way, because here, we have to understand, there's blueprints in your mind on how much you're worth. Some people were taught minimum wage. Some people were taught per hour. Some people that grew up with Donald Trump were taught to become billionaires. So some of you guys have been raised up that you can't make $100 grand a year. Some of you guys were taught that you can't make 7 figures. So guess what? You can make a whole lot of money in Viva. You can make a whole lot of money in this industry. But guess what? If you don't change this first, it's going to come right back out. As fast as it comes in is as fast as it goes out. How many would agree with that? Yes. Right? So we got to fix the blueprint. What does money look like in your life? Is it hard to make or is it easy to make? Easy. Now, right now you're saying that, but programs in your mind you were taught at a very early age that for your parents, maybe making money was very difficult to make. How many of your grew up with parents where they barely could pay rent? Right? So if you were programmed like that, guess what? Every single month, every single year, you're going to live paycheck to paycheck, and you're going to go through life trying to figure out to pay for rent. So we got to change this tonight. We're going to change the way you think. The moment